Morning, it's Graham Bibby here. Thought I'd give you a market update following last night's sharp drop in the US, supposedly on the coronavirus. Now, the market seems to me to be a bit manipulated because if we look at this chart here, this is the Nasdaq Composite Index, and all through the coronavirus, after this initial sell-off, the market was rising. And then last night, the market had already gapped down before it opened. So this is the gap here with the market dropping. And this is the market on the day. This is the high and the low, and it ended in the middle. This is the Dow Jones Industrial, which ended towards the low, which is not a good thing. Before then, this uptrend was intact. I could just put on here a trend line. Just show you here. So it was kind of holding on to that trend line, and somewhere here we will have the S&P 500. Where has he gone? Let's have a look. S&P 500. Okay, there we are. S&P 500. You know, again, it gapped down. There was, before that, we were just on that support level. So that's all looking pretty negative. However, there's many things happening in the market. Okay, maybe that's not the best one to look at, but this one could be. This is EDU, Education Online in China. So if we zoom in here, we can see that the market high, here's the market low, but it ended near the high. Yes, it was down 2%, but it was, end of the day with buyers coming in. PayPal Holdings, same thing, down 2.55, ended near the high. DocuSign, big intraday drop, down to 80, but ended up at 86.37, down 2.66, and the 2.66 was probably created by them marking the stock prices down and the index down, which is why we had a gap. Starbucks, not quite the same. It sold off and ended near the low. So I've got some mixed signals here. Snap, again, there's the big drop, ended towards the high of the day. HTT Group was kind of in the middle. It had broken out here, which kind of why I liked it, because it seemed like it had broken out of that. We were in this kind of uptrend. We're still in that uptrend. However, it's a bit of a wild card, this coronavirus, because in today's world we don't know what's true and what's not true. Stone & Co. big sell-off, ended towards the high of the day. Now this is the heavyweights, Microsoft, which have been doing really, really well. Gap down, ended, more than halfway up. So it got down to 164 and it ended at 170, and it had that gap down. So it's down 4.3, but the chart looks a bit negative. Facebook's another big player. So this was the uptrend for Facebook, and it kind of, depending on where you put that, let's do another line as well, depending on where you put that line, it was kind of straddling it virtually, and now it gapped down, ended sort of halfway, and then you could add into that mix. If I don't have it on there, I have it in another watch window. Where are we? In here. We got some of the heavyweights. Apple, which been holding up, and you could say that the resistance support, let's call it support, was kind of along here. And now it's dropped below that, there's a gap, and there we are. Amazon's another big player, was holding up quite well. and then it's fallen through the floor. It's come down to the moving average, and it's kind of on that. So I think we need to reduce some holdings and then see if there's going to be a bounce from here, because you know, this one, IPG Photonics company's doing really well. You know, it gone all the way down to 122. It's 132 inside a day. Whew. That's like a 10% move back up from the low. So there are buyers in there. Weibo, you know, it lost 1.2%, but at one stage it went down to virtually 40. So it was down about 5 something or other, and it rebounded. So there's something going on underneath the market where buyers still want to push the market higher. Anyway, Graham Bibby here saying, where are you? There we are. We're going to reduce some holdings today, keeping my eye on the market. If you're not in any alternative private placements, there's a couple of great ones at the moment that have discounts to their larger raise. So there's a kind of minimum of a 20% upside within the next year just on the new cap raise, and then there's the upside in the particular company if it fulfills its ambitions. And most of those companies are looking at a minimum of 5x return, some 20 to 30 times x return. You need it in a diversified portfolio. There are other investments you can do which give you 8 to 10% return guaranteed. And then of course there's overseas diversification. And anybody who follows me knows that I'm looking at Lombok because it looks to me to be in the same position as Phuket was 22 years ago. So if you know about cycles and you follow trends, you can often pick these things up again in the future. So Graham Bibby saying over and out, look out for some sell signals. If you've got a portfolio and you're not sure what to keep or what to get rid of, you know, hold on to. Just let me know. Just send me a PM and I'll look at some charts and I'll just give you the chart view, and then obviously it's up to you to make your decision. So Graham Bibby giving you an update. Look out for a few sell signals and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.